Hello and welcome to India Today. I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
And this is Maruti Acharya, and we just completed watching the latest Malayalam film, Odum
Chaadum Kuthira.
Kuthira.
If I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section. I
Right?
kept my promise.
Yes, Sanjay, your experience of watching the film.
My experience of watching the film was polar opposites from the first half to the second half. Most of the film is just what is happening on screen. The first half, I kind of enjoyed that feeling. The second half, just tiring is something that I would call it if I am being nice to it.
When it comes to movies which involves themes like dream versus reality, right? Our benchmark film is Inception. My whole reaction was, what is happening? In a good way. In this movie also, I had the same reaction. What is happening? But not in a good way. So for me, OKCK is lack of depth in story, but beautiful performances and technical departments. I'll put it that way. So OKCK is the latest Malayalam film starring Fahadh Faasil, Kalyani Priyadarshan, Revathi Pillai. The movie is directed by Althaf Salim, music by Varghese, and the movie is produced under the banner Ashiq Usman Productions. If you watched the film already, don't forget to mention your opinions in the comments below. What works in the film?
I feel like comedy works really well in the film. The picturization and how they create this, in a way, how they create this conflict between dream and reality. The world they are building over there. All of that is enjoyable, and most of it is in the first half. You can see that there is a lot of scope about what sort of world the writer-director is going for, and that is there throughout the film. So the vision also is something that I'd say works in parts. Personally, I enjoyed all of this in the first half, while not so much in the second half.
For me, the comedy parts, I wouldn't say I liked it in the first half and the second half. There are some moments where in first half also, second half also, both as a film put together, there are some moments where the comedic moments, performance, emotions do land. But there are very few moments. That was my biggest problem with the film, because you see the attempt, you see what they are trying to do. But overall, it was mostly music, cinematography, art design, costume design, and performances which were hooking the film together, which at least kept me hooked to the film till the end. If not, it was genuinely testing my patience. First credit definitely for performance I would give. Fahadh Faasil is a brilliant performer, we know, and we saw Loka chapter 1, Kalyani Priyadarshan in there. It was brilliant. Again, if you didn't watch it, our review is also on the channel. Do check that out and check the film. Must watch, I definitely recommend it. Now coming back to this film, this show stealer is definitely Lal.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Exactly, he is so beautiful. He understood the assignment. Every scene that he features, irrespective of how much is he contributing to the scene, how was the scene written, how was the character written, starting from the first frame till the last frame. The first frame where he's looking up and laughing till the last frame, beautifully performed.
Along with him, all the other people have also justified whatever was given to them. Fahadh Faasil also, all the performances served what the character requires in the film, and the world where everybody in this film seemed to have a couple of screws loose. And it seemed like everybody were acting like that, and the characters required that was served by the actors. Honestly speaking, apart from Lal sir, nobody else's performance really stood out as, oh, this is something I want to talk about here. Yeah.
Second strong quality of the film is technical departments, starting from the lighting, camera work, some lens choices also, I must tell you, effects, some transitions were really good. So technically the movie was sound. Color wise also, I must tell you, I really liked all the shirts that Mr. Lal was wearing. It adds a layer to the film. It's not a film which has a very lackluster execution, I must tell you. There's so much thought that went into it, which is visible on screen, because with the kind of costume, set design, color, everything is talking something. It is trying to convey a certain emotions which is evident. But the problem is that it is not landing.
There were some emotional moments in the film. The film does talk about a few really important stuff, deals with depression, another important and sensitive stuff to talk about, and it deals with it in a very nice way. Even in the second half, where most of the emotions are, packed, there are moments where it does land beautifully. For example, there is this one moment where some big reveal that happens while the main characters are in a car after a very big moment, and there is this one moment where conversations open up, the table opens up, and there is this moment for self-reflection for Fahadh Faasil. I felt like that whole scene, even though Fafa was in the back seat and was not doing a lot, it felt like that whole scene was so beautiful, and with that one scene, everything else was communicated. There are moments like these where emotions like that play out. There is a beautiful father-son bonding moment. there is this moment, there's a moment for friendship, love, all of it. It's just that there are just too many.
Let's get to the things that didn't work for me. The first thing that didn't work for me, the film, is inconsistency. I'll give you an example, okay? Premam. So, different phases of life. First phase of life, let's take that Act 1. Act 2, second phase, the Muller story. Third is the closing where the character is fully developed. There's a lot of memories. That these kind of movies, you see that template, right? Movie also has a similar template, but the thing is, the first act is so different from second act. Second act is so different from third act. Suddenly, emotions were given importance in the third act. You definitely feel like you're watching three different films in one film. I think that inconsistency was my biggest problem with the film.
When I say the second half, for me, I very honestly felt like the second half was a whole different film and was a separate feature film in itself. It felt like I felt like I watched the first half yesterday or some other day, and I've just watched the second half when I walked out of the film. Why? It is because one, it is that long, and there are so many characters, everybody's character arcs, they're getting a full-fledged story going on over there.
Correct.
For something that we are supposed to eat like this, we are coming like this and then eating. Doesn't really pay off a lot by the end of it also. I was like, why are we sitting through a whole story then? So when all of this is happening, I understand that each character getting their closure, their own complete arc, all of that is important, but all of that lands well when their closure also has an impact on the main story. By the time the whole conclusion where you're supposed to be happy for the characters, all of that happens, you're just exhausted, and that isn't really a good place to have a climax at.
Overall, I see the merit in the idea, but in the execution, the movie falters, though there are good performances, and visually and technically, the movie with a lot of colors, themes, it will definitely have an impact on you in terms of the experience while you're watching it visually, but emotionally and as a story perspective, the movie kind of doesn't hit the mark which it should.
I felt like if there were a couple of sub-arcs that were cut out, or if there were a couple of characters which did not require that much light were taken away, probably mix two characters into one particular person, there would have been a lot of time that is saved. I feel like that move would have helped the film a lot more. But you let us know after watching the film, what did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were there some other suggestions that you would like to give? Mention all of that in the comment section below.
Yes, and also we did watch Hridaya Purvam and Loka Chapter 1 Chandra. Both the reviews are all in the channel. Do check them out as well. Yes. And which one is your pick if you have to pick one? Don't pick one. Watch all of them. Good films. But if you have to pick one, which one would that be? Mention that also in the comments below. With that, this is Maruti Acharya.
And I am Sanjay Ponappa.
And you're watching India Today.